I got back from the comic shop today, and one of the two comics I picked up was Conan the Barbarian issue 16, and I am so very excited. I thought this came out next week, so I was really stoked to see this there. I had to read it today. So very excited. And I picked up the A cover, the Colleen Doran cover. I actually had the Doug Braithwaite, the C cover on my pull list, but my comic shop only got the A and the B cover. I'm really disappointed because I haven't picked up any of the Braithwaite covers for the storyline that he's been illustrating. This cover was extra beautiful, so I really wanted it. Bummed out about that. My comic shop said they could try ordering it for me and see if it came in next week, but I wanted to read the issue today, so I just went with that A cover. I usually go with an A cover anyway, and it is a beautiful illustration, so I'm not too mad, but it's still a bit of a bummer. But let's dig right in, because I had to read this today, and I was so excited for it. We get an ad right out here on the front. Here's some credits. Here's your little blurbs and stuff. I want to get to talking about this book because I had so much fun with it. This was so good. This is a slow talking character piece type of issue, but there's still great action in it. And so, man, this issue had me smiling like crazy by the last few pages. Story starts with Conan ruminating on his encounter with the gods and coming to the realization that the world is a whole lot bigger than he thought it was. And we're getting a flashback to him as a young child when he first came to the realization that he did not believe in the gods and such things. And so we get him with his father talking about such in the forge, and I enjoy this bit with an earthquake and talking about Crom's devils. Very fun. Doug Braithwaite does such a beautiful job illustrating this issue, but I have to praise Jim Zub once more for his writing. I have been loving it so much, and this issue especially nails it in for me that he gets the character so well. Like, he knows what's in Conan's head. Like, he gets this character. Some people don't get Conan. They like Conan, they don't get it. But this guy gets it through and through, and like, I'm just so very happy with it. This page is absolutely gorgeous with the how it's flashing between him in the present and him thinking about the encounter with this goddess, this godly creature, this ethereal form, and what that was like, and what that means for him now. But he doesn't get to think about it too hard because he's got something else hard on his head. We got this fella here coming up to give him some trouble, and he's been a thorn in his side for a couple issues here now. And we get a little bit of flash to Conan as a youngin' and a little bit of a tussle here too, as he's stating as a fact that he rejects the idea of the gods and has a bit of a talking to from his father. And again, great character growth, character exploration going on here. But the book does not slow down, and like, it provides. I got plenty of action right here. This is brutal. So cool. Like, look at that. I love it. And this page especially, this double page here, is just so frantic and desperate. Like, this fight is a struggle. It's not pretty. It doesn't look good. Like, the illustration's gorgeous, but the fight doesn't look good. It's ugly, and that's how a fight really is. Like, this is great. This is I just love the close-ups on the faces, as they're just like, you can feel the heavy breathing and the struggle going on right there. Just looking at this illustration, it's so good. And I love this right here too. Axe right in the head, and we never see the head cleaved clear in the picture. We just see little bits of it right there, or the axe sticking it. so brutal. So cool. And man, Conan just can't get a break, because now these guys come up. He's not going to be able to go back to camp. He's fought for these people. He gave them his food that he hunted. He's bled for them. He's now he can't even go back. Like, what's a guy gotta give? And here we get the flashback with him talking with his father. We see the other half of that conversation. This is beautiful here. The father talking about losing his wife, Conan's mother, and it shaking his faith, but him coming to the realization that the faith in the gods gives hope, because gods give hope. So he wishes to keep believing in the gods so that he can keep on hoping. And as Conan grows, he's gonna find his own answers in life that make sense to him, and that until he does, he needs to keep his mind open and his mouth shut. And I think we could all take that advice. I know I have a tendency to just yammer and blab on and on, but I like to at least think I keep an open mind about things. Although I know I could always keep it a little bit more open and this a little bit shut. You know what I'm saying? But these last couple pages here had me smiling so hard. Like, by the time I got to the last page, my face actually hurt. I was smiling so wide. This is just beautiful as he's thinking about it and coming to the realization that the world's just a whole lot bigger than he ever really thought it was. And yeah, it's just that encounter with Adelaide just like blew his mind. And he knows that if she's real, Myr's real, that means Crom's real too. And what couldn't be? And what a way to finish the story. Both just a beautiful message, but such a gorgeous illustration. That right there is the money shot of the whole issue. Arguably even the whole story. That for everything we've seen that is so good. Just the power behind everything leading up to this page and what it gives us. That is just so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. I just hate having anything else in focus in there, because that is just beautiful. I love that so much. That is a wonderful end to a story. And I cannot wait to go back and reread all the issues in this storyline back to back in a trade paperback style format of reading. The past storylines have read wonderfully in a back-to-back format. I think this one will especially. And I'm really excited for that. So good. We get a great essay here in the back by Jeffrey Shanks, and this is all about Conan. Well, not Conan, but the gods in Robert E. Howard stories, and how we don't actually encounter gods. We generally encounter greater powers, forces, maybe other dimensional beings, or Lovecraftian type style dark gods, elder gods, but nothing like a humanoid god as we picture them, such as a Zeus or a Ra or Thoth. So I thought that was funny, and he talks about the few stories where that happens, and I'm like scratching my head. I'm like, you know what? I don't think I ever read any actual Howard stories that were like that. You're right, and it's just funny because I never thought about that, because we encounter some odd supernatural stuff, and I just give that as the implication that the gods are real. We never see any of the gods that we speak of, such as Crom himself. We never actually see Ymir, but I always assumed because we saw his daughter that by proxy was proof that he was real. And that's kind of what this is going into. And just kind of going into the other gods as well. So that was something I never thought of that I really liked that this brought to mind for me. And it was very, very attached to the storyline that was going on too, which I love. Because that's what's great about these is they're all very tied into what's going on, but they all feel like they could all be collected together in one book or extended essay or thesis on Conan itself, which is kind of cool. Right here we have a very fluffy but fun kind of interview piece talking about the coming together of this story and everything that was going on. And I liked how they talk about here how we've already seen this storyline done in comic form a number of times, so we wanted to do a little bit of a different take from her point of view, and then it kind of clicking for him when he's like, she's just watching men, she's not just after Conan. And I thought that was pretty cool. I already went over the covers, but again, let's just look at them there. I really like that cover. Sad didn't get it. This one's gorgeous. But I already have it big right here on the front. I wish I had this one right there. I don't know. We'll see in the collected edition. Maybe I'll get a full page instead of thumbnails. But yeah, this issue is just gorgeous, and I kind of just don't want to stop talking about it. I really should though. It was just so much fun. It was a great end to this storyline, and I'm excited to see what the next issue is going to bring forth and what era of Conan and what kind of story we're going to be getting into. But this one was a beautiful reimagining adaptation, and again, the message of this issue was just wonderful, and that final page and the last couple pages of just everything that was said there, but especially that final page with not just the text, but that beautiful illustration. Just it speaks to my soul. I loved it so much. I'm just so happy, and thank you for joining me as I yammer on and on about it.